Hi again, folks. John and Kevin here. We're looking at some new tools, and today it looks like we have a pair of router planes from Melbourne Tools.
We do. We got a pair of router planes that Melbourne sent us. Which one do you want to look at first? Big one, little one? Let's do the little one. Well, let's save that one for later. So if you're not familiar with what a router plane is, if you're new to that type of a hand tool, hopefully not, but a router plane is not a router with a motor. It's a router that is motored by your hands and your arms, right? Yeah. So this is their mini, or they're calling it small, router plane.
Small router plane.
This is something that you can use to clean out the bottom of a mortise. If your dado stack happens to be a little rough, the bottom needs a little cleaning out, this would be a perfect tool for that. I don't know, John's going to kind of demonstrate, I think, what basically would be the equivalent of a hinge mortise. A great way of kind of micro adjusting the depth of that. So, you know, obviously you could do that with a router, power router, and a router bit, but you know, controlling that might be a little bit trickier. This is one way of doing that with a lot of control. You can take off very little material at a time.
We should have just read the card.
They did a good job, did they?
They did a nice job.
So again, I think we've mentioned this before, but with Melbourne Tools, they do come with these cards that have basically a code. You can basically get your phone out, scan it, hit the link. It takes you to their site. You can read the manual. You can download the manual. I'm sure you can print the manual off if you want to, but it's all right there. Kind of a very efficient way of distributing that information. I did look up on this. I forget already. I think these come with 1/16, 1/8 inch, 3/16, and 1/4 inch size cutters.
Okay, so that's what the...
Yeah, so they're going to come in and they've got a metric designation on those. But never fear, they do sell metric, whole number of metric, but they also sell the empirical, and the empiricals are stamped with kind of the 1.6 equals a 16th type of thing. And so anyway,
nice little casting, heavy casting here.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah. So this is made of. It is heavy casting, and again, tool steel is high-speed steel.
Okay.
And I think forgive me on this, I think the bed angle on this is it 50 degrees on that? 50 degrees blade bed angle. So,
okay.
Yeah. So a little bit different than your traditional.
Yeah, because what I'm used to is the dog leg.
Right.
Where it's a straight post and then they've bent over or milled over so the blade comes out the side and it's a little bit of a low angle. I didn't think that was going to be 50. Well, here's the other thing. If you wanted as a scraper, you could put it in bevel up. But
sure. Yeah,
so that's a little different.
One thing that is nice about that, though, these are a lot easier to sharpen.
Heck of a lot easier to sharpen, yeah.
Yeah.
And simple. So, you know, I'm also, well, usually on a small one, there isn't an adjuster. Or if it is, it's an add-on. Some of the large planes do have adjustment, which is good and bad. You can micro-adjust, but if you want to make, you know, it's like, okay, I need this much blade sitting on, you can go,
right.
You know, as a, so, cool.
So, I don't know, did you go look online to see how to set that up, or are you just going to wing it?
I'm making it up as I go.
All right.
That's, you know.
Well, I'm assuming you set it down in the mortise that you're going to cut, and
so what we're doing at home, we're pretending we have like a hinge mortise. So what I've done is I've roughed it out with a chisel, and this is a perfect tool for kind of fine tuning. That's nice. I mean, I like the weight. That isn't bad.
Yeah, nice.
I'm just, yeah, I'm thinking to myself like, you know, setting the blade. Like, you know, now I want to go just a little bit further. So often with a, you know, like a hinge mortise, you just set the hinge on there and bring the blade right up to it.
Sure.
Kind of thing. But I think on this you could loosen this up just enough just to bump it and go a little bit deeper if you wanted to.
I mean, I'm not trying to be silly or anything, but it's just as simple as if you had a small, if you're a
Like a
Japanese plane kind of guy or whatever, and you've got a little mallet or a little hammer to tap into that thing.
Oh, yeah. Or I was even thinking like a registration block where you can...
Well, it's almost like the setup blocks that so many people are selling now for setting up your router table height or whatever. Why not use those aluminum blocks that they sell, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, this is behaving very well on, you know, pine. So, yeah, you could just simply give it a little bit more. And oh, that's a nice little... Comes with the 3 blades?
I believe it comes with one. I think these are optional. I believe it comes with a 1/4 inch.
Because the one that catches my eye is this little 16th. That's nice for a little inlay work or getting in little places that not easy to make skinny blades.
Well, you don't see that very often, but yeah. So say that you're doing this with an inlay, how would you guide that as far as being able to keep that in a straight line?
Well, you could clamp a fence to this, or you could make something for it. The other thing you could do is you could go off the body. You know, set a fence up so you're going off the body.
Yep.
So often what I'm doing with this is I've roughed it out with a machine, and I'm coming back through and I'm cleaning it up. That's why I'm really looking at these less than 1/8 inch blades, because a lot of times my table saw blade doesn't cut a flat bottom.
Yep.
So I'm going back through and I'm cleaning that out, or I'm trying to get a consistent depth all the way across. It's a nice little tool to clean up joints, clean up, you know, corners where it's hard to get into, and just quietly make those small adjustments.
So the router plane, we didn't mention this, but it does retail for about $80.
$80. One blade?
I do believe, I remember looking at that, it does come with one blade. I couldn't remember for sure if it was the 1/4 inch or not.
You know, the other thing about this, I don't think these are like perfect, because it's probably metric. I don't think it's perfect 1/4 by 1/4. You can start making, you know, if you need a specific size width profile, these would be easy to modify. So that would be cool too.
Yeah.
You know, you could buy some key stock, and you could make a spear point blade. You could do left or right.
Yeah, no, it's a great little tool. I mean, they do have the other blades available on their site. I see that, and I think we're going to get into the small router plane. So, actually, I was wrong. It has a blade set of 9.
9 of them? Wow. Okay.
So 9 blades. So, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 millimeter, and then 16th, 3/32, 1/8, and 3/16.
No 10 millimeter?
No 10 millimeter.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that you can buy a whole whopping set of blades
Whole gamut.
for that if you so desire.
Cool. Oh, I'm throwing stuff. Yeah. I do like the simple
So
in a way, you know, easy in, easy out.
You can buy each individual blade for $17.50. The pack of 5 Imperial is $80.
Okay.
So, you know, then you'd have 2/4 inch blades probably. But yeah, so a nice little setup.
What's the big one look like?
So that looks like that does have a little adjuster on it.
It's got some stuff.
And I know they sent along a pack of their of other blades as well. So it comes with some tools, description
Card with instructions.
You've got the same kind of setup except as far as the clamping system, but it does have a micro adjust, if you will, or
Yeah, or
an adjuster.
and it has a stop too. Okay, so like I was talking earlier, what I'm seeing, unless I'm crazy, let's say so this is my 0 stop, but I need to work down to it. So I start here, cut a little, cut a little, cut a little, bottoms out, done.
Yeah. So you could essentially set your leaf of your hinge down here, set the final depth, and then back it out and start working your way down. Yeah.
So are they saying that's a 50-degree bed angle too? Is that on the box?
There's
50-degree bed angle.
yeah, with a blade angle of 30 degrees.
So you're sharpening the blade at 30, and
Yep.
you could go over.
So this actually it answers kind of a question that I had, but it actually includes a fence
Yeah,
that you can
and
attach on either side.
my guess.
This retails for around $170, and I'm looking to see.
Oh, it comes with one blade, right?
I'm guessing it does. I don't know if there's an option where they have the whole enchilada. So I think you're just going to have to go buy the additional blades, like you do with the small one. But it looks like they've got quite a variety of those as well too. So
Well, yeah, it looks like they sent a whole slew of them.
obviously, with this guy, you're going to be able to kind of get into some bigger material. These go up to, looks like this grouping that were sent, we go up to 3/8 of an inch from an 1/8 inch. So that's really neat that has got its own onboard fence.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm slow here. What I've gathered is, so we have this little fence clamp on there. So your fence goes in, and then you are using, so this is a split, and then you are clamping that to guide your fence on the bottom. The other thing on this, and we don't do this a lot, we're often thinking about straight edges. My guess is you can, yeah, I think you can take this post, screw it, and turn it around, and then you're using the outside points on curves. So there's a lot going on.
A lot of thought went into
with
that.
just a simple little. I'm pretty sure I have the mounting plate in the correct orientation. It works for me, so I'm going to kind of go with it.
Well, we're just kind of doing what we normally do here without reading it.
Which is, yeah, fumble through. But yeah, same basic idea. You know, you have 2 knobs on the bridge. You can get that out pretty easy. That's milled nicely. Simple groove in the back that rides on your adjuster. Everything is nice. I mean, it's not too tight, it's not too loose. It just kind of goes right down in there.
It seems like the handles are nice and big too. You're not really trying to.
Yeah, you're up. So you can, or you can, yeah. Nice casting again.
So this comes with, this does not come with this, but it does come with one blade, but you can buy a set of 10.
10 blades?
I'm
Wow.
assuming that's metric and imperial. Or you could probably just buy the individual sets, I'm guessing. So basically this is a full set with that blade in there.
Well, and the truth is, most of the time you are going to attempt to use it with the blade that is currently in the tool. Before you, this one seems a little bit bigger. I noticed I was cranking down one side a lot more than the other, so I just had one screw a little. We should probably clamp that down. But this would be another example where we've bandsawed a tenon and we are fine tuning it to finish depth and just rocking that router plane in there to cut down the high spots. Normally I would have this in a vise or clamped, but that's where we are today. But
yeah, nice.
that's another great use for this. It's just in a very controlled manner. And that would be the nice part about this. You have the stop. You could start up, work down to the stop.
Sure.
And yeah, those are cool handles.
Yeah. Yeah, so often they're just two little
Yeah,
knobs,
it's
and you
like-
really have a hard time getting behind it. Gives you just multiple options with holding on to it, which is nice. So, well, very cool. Suppose we ought to probably work these over a little bit in the shop.
We'll work them over a little bit, and I'm more curious about, you know, because I'm just trying to think to myself. Again, I'm used to those dog leg. What angle of attack am I actually doing? Where we know this is at 50.
Right.
And you know, I'm like, am I at 30? Am I at 45? What am I at? So I'm curious to see how that works both on softwoods and hardwoods. So
Sure.
yeah, let's work them over a little bit and see
Okay.
what we think.
Yeah.
So
Well, we should get after it and say goodbye. But thanks for joining us, and please let us know if you got any questions on this particular tool or these tools. Put them in the comments. If you've got, is that a tool?
I don't know.
adjuster?
I don't know what that does, but we're going to find out.
I'm guessing it takes that threaded rod right out of there.
Sorry, squirrel.
That's all right. Make sure to like and subscribe. If there's any other tools you'd like us to take a look at, put them in the comments, and we'd be happy to get them in, and if we can, and try them out. Let you know what we think. Appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.